Hello everyone. Today's webinar is all about how Zoho Writer can be a game changer for HR operations by leveraging its powerful document generation and merging capabilities within business workflows. Our focus will be on how configurable data sources and pluggable custom functions can enhance your document workflows, making them an integral part of your business operation. These advanced features allow you to tailor document generation to meet your specific needs. We have organized an exciting demo session focusing on HR operation scenarios. And if you're in the HR department and seeking to automate your manual tasks, today's session will be incredibly beneficial for you. So I have two product experts with me today, Gautam and Vignesh, who will be co-hosting the day. And if you have any questions, Vignesh will be helping you out in the Q&A session. And I guess it's over to you, Gautam. Please.
Yeah, thank you so much, Balaji. Hello, everyone. I'm excited to connect with you all today. So, Balaji, can you provide more insights to our attendees on what are the workflows that we have planned today?
Sure, Gautam. Let me walk through today's agenda. We'll begin by exploring the various ways Zoho Writer can be utilized in HR operations. Next, we will dive into automating the process of sending offer letters to candidates through an HRMS application. Let's say the HR team frequently receives requests for salary certificates from employees, so we'll demonstrate how to efficiently generate these documents. Additionally, we'll look at how to create documents using existing employee data and allow employees to fill in additional information. Lastly, we'll review the latest updates in Zoho Writer that are scheduled for release.
Thank you for that, Balaji. I'll start with a brief introduction now. So, using Zoho Writer, you can achieve various outputs. You can create or import merge templates directly into Zoho People and use them for automation. This will allow you to send out documents within the People UI without needing to switch between multiple applications. If you have existing templates in a PDF or in a docx formats, then you can directly upload them as merge templates and run mail merge using Zoho Writer. Additionally, you can also use custom functions to perform merge operation with a single click. You can create workflows in Zoho People and add merge APIs to perform mail merge in Zoho Writer. This way, you can automate the entire process with a single click. Overall, you can configure workflows in advance, incorporate Zoho Writer at intermediate stages, and proceed with subsequent workflows after the merge. Balaji, I hope you have some real-life scenarios for a better understanding.
Of course, Gautam. I've collected several use cases from our HR department that they've encountered challenges and are seeking automation solutions to simplify their tasks. Let's dive into these and explore potential solutions for them.
Sure thing. Can we just start with the first challenge then?
Definitely. Let's say there are shortlisted candidates who have been hired and our HR team needs to send out offer letters to them. Do they have to select each and every employee manually and customize the offer letters?
Well, that's not required. They can add the candidate details, including salary information, into an HRMS application like Zoho People, and then perform mail merge to send out documents in bulk. This way, each candidate receives a personalized document with their details.
That's perfect. Adding to that, let's say these offer letters are to be signed as well. So what solution would you suggest in that?
Well, you can either import or create a template in Zoho People directly. And for the going on, you can go ahead and create a workflow so that whenever you update a field in People, that can be used as a trigger to run a custom function and send the document for signing using Zoho Writer's APIs. Also, you can update the signed document back into Zoho People.
Okay, that sounds good in theory, but could you show me how it looks visually? Maybe give a quick demonstration?
Sure. So before we get into the demo, we can just go ahead and look at the flow on how it can be configured in order to achieve this. So here, as you can see, the first step would be to import the template into Zoho People and then use a field and trigger the document merge using Zoho People and the custom workflows that is available. And furthermore, you can send the document for signature, and using a custom function, you can store the signed document back into Zoho People. So let me quickly jump over and show you from scratch on how this automation can be achieved. So here you can see that you just have to get into the Zoho People UI and go to the settings where you can find templates under customization. And when you click on it, you can find an option called mail merge template. So you can simply select the form that is required and then go ahead and upload the templates accordingly. So once the templates are uploaded, you'll be able to use them in your workflows and in your automation process. So let's just check into the document that is available. So here is a write template that was created from scratch. And in here, we can see that we have merge templates, the merge fields that is being inserted from Zoho People. So we connect Zoho People into this as a data source. And once the merge template is connected, we can go ahead and insert fields directly from the left panel into your document. Just by simply clicking on it, you'll be able to insert the field into your template. So now once this setup is done, you can go ahead and, as you can see here, we have a salary table. And in this table, we have various formulas inserted. So as you can see here, this is a formula that is being inserted using the values that we get from Zoho People. So here, the annual CTC is a field in Zoho People. And using that, we are performing calculations and in order to get the user's salary breakdown. So this is how you can easily use the values and perform calculations within Zoho Writer. And not only that, we have also added if-else conditions into this template. And if you'd like to get to know more about how you can customize these templates, you can check out our previous webinars where we talked about how you can generate pay slips by adding in various formulas and if-else conditions. So please do have a check at that as well, and you'll be able to configure a template from scratch in Writer easily. Further, moving on, we also have inserted signature fields into this document so that the main flow over here would be that you'll be generating an offer letter and it will be sent out to the candidate. And once the candidate goes through the template, they'll be able to sign the document and send it back to you. So this is the flow that we are trying to create over here. And in here, I've also configured the sign collection, and under advanced settings in sign collection, I have added a custom function. So using this custom function, I'll be able to upload the signed document back into my people. So let me just show you what I've configured in Zoho People. I'll just go to the onboarding section in Zoho People and candidate. So here is the form that I have created. And I'm going to add in a workflow where whenever I click on yes under generate offer letter, I would want a workflow to be triggered and the document has to be updated in this field called offer letter. So in order to perform this, I'll just go to the settings and then I'll be going into workflows under automation. So here I'll just type in the form name and get into the onboarding candidates, which is the workflow that I have created. So I have made sure that whenever I edit a specific field in the people, I need this workflow to be triggered. So I have selected edit and I'm just executing every time the record is getting edited. So for this, I have chosen the field generate a letter, and if it contains yes, then I just want this workflow to be triggered. So furthermore, I have added the custom function, which is gonna send the document for signature. So I'll just click on it and show you how I have configured the function. So this is a deluge function that I've used, and I've mapped the fields in Writer as well as the fields in people. So once these process is done, I am just using the template URL and I'm just using the connection that is being created, which acts as a bridge between these two applications. So once this script is added, I'll just go ahead and save this function. So after that, my main aim would be to get into the form and change the status of specific field called generate offer letter and then trigger this workflow. So now, since all the configuration part is done, let's just see if that works. So now I'm selecting this record and I'm just clicking on edit. Now I'll just go ahead and select yes. So based on my script and based on my workflow, whenever I select generate offer letter as a yes, I just want the workflow to be triggered. Now I'm just clicking on submit. So now the entire process should be going through and I should be getting a PDF document in offer letter field. So if I would like to check the status of the merge that is being carried over, I can just go into the template and I'll just go to view log. So you might be wondering how I can choose this template. So in my script, I'll use the RID, which is the URL, the resource ID of the document, so that I'll be able to use this template in my script. So now, as you can see, a few seconds ago, there was a merge that is being triggered. So now it's still in progress and I'll be receiving an email so that I can go ahead and check the document and sign it. Let's just wait for a few more minutes until the progress is getting completed. So in the meantime, if you would like to know more about the existing gallery that we have an exclusive Deluge gallery. So you can just go to the profile icon over here and click on Deluge functions. That will just take you to the API gallery. So here, as you can see, there is a function gallery available and we have got numerous galleries, numerous functions. So if you'd like to have a merge operation, we have a list of functions and it is sign, fillable workflow. You can make use of these functions. So these are used when you would like to extend the capabilities that is not possible within the UI. So for example, you can just merge the document and save it into work drive. But whereas if you'd like to upload that into G drive, or if you'd like to add as a record in CRM, then you can make use of these functions. And you also have this for all different categories. You can have a check at it. So yes, now let's just check if the merge operation is completed. So yes, now as you can see, the merge document is generated and it is being sent for signature and it is waiting for signature. So let's just jump into my mail inbox, and here as you can see, I have gotten an email so that I can just click on start signing and sign the document. So this is how the employee will be getting the document and they'll be getting into the Zoho sign configuration and for signature. So now I can go ahead and read all the information. As you can see, the formulas are being updated and the values are being generated over here. So now I just go and click on signature and enter my full name and just add in the place. So now once I click on finish, I'll just quickly jump over to the right document and I'll show you the logs. So here you can see that it's still updating. So I've completed the signature and in few minutes you can check out that the document will be generated. Yeah, it's signed and just waiting for the document to be generated. So yes, as you can see, once the document signature is completed, the custom function has been executed, the custom function that I added in Zoho Writer. And based on that, we should be now able to see the PDF document in Zoho People. So let's just go over there and refresh this page once. Yeah, so as you can see in the first record, I'm able to see the onboarding PDF document. So I can just click on it and view it. So this is how easy it is for you to use your HRMS application and generate offer letters for your candidates and send it out and get signature as well. And not only that, after signature, you can also upload it back into the specific record so that you need not go ahead and search it for the if you would like to look at it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for the detailed demonstration, Gautam. But this sounds great only if the HR team makes use of an HRMS solution. I know many might not be using one. So how can they automate this process and simplify the task without an HRMS?
Well, that's a good question, Balaji. Well, you can also use Zoho Writer's mail merge functionality to achieve this, even if you don't have an HRMS application.
Okay, but how would that work out? Can you maybe show a live demo just like for the previous use case?
Definitely. So let's assume your data is in a spreadsheet You can connect the spreadsheet as a data source in Writer and then initiate document merge in Zoho Writer using the data that you get from the spreadsheet. And not only that, you can also send the document for signature, store the signed document, and then update the document link in the spreadsheet. So as you mentioned, I'll go ahead and show a demo on that. So here, this is the flow that we have planned for this specific use case. So you can save the template in Writer and initiate the document merge, send it for signing, and update the document link using custom functions. So I'll just quickly jump over to the Writer document and show you how it works. So now this is the similar document, but here I have added this document or the template in Zoho Writer, not in Zoho People, because we are going to use a different data source. So now what I'll do is that I'll just go ahead and connect a spreadsheet that I have as a data source. So here you can see that I have a spreadsheet along with the employee, first name, email address, annual income, etc. So I'm just going to use this spreadsheet and add it as a data source in Zoho Writer template. So now I'll just go ahead and click on merge and send for sign collection. So this is also going to be a similar process. I just have to insert the fields from the left panel into the template. And once those operations are done, I can just go ahead and click on merge and send for sign collection. Here, instead of adding the email address individually, what I can do is that I can make use of the headers in my data source, which is the email address. And using that, I'll be able to dynamically generate documents in bulk and send it out for signing. So now I have added the merge field as the signer, and I'm going to the advanced settings and selecting a folder called sheet offer letters in work drive, so that I just want this document to be saved in work drive. And furthermore, once the document is saved, I just want the document link to be updated in the sheet that I have. So in order to do that, I have to enter a function. So I would have to add a custom function. So as you can see here, I am using the Zoho Signs function to get the document after signature. And furthermore, I am just using work drive and work drive's upload API in order to upload the document in Zoho work drive. Further, I'm just creating an external link for the document that is being added in work drive. So finally, I'm updating the external link in sheet in that particular column that's required. So once I save this function, I'll just go ahead and run the merge. So now I'll click on view log and I'll check what's the exact status of my merge. Yes, I have received an email. I'm just gonna go ahead and sign the document as we did previously. So once the signature process is completed, I'll just wait for the document link to be updated in my spreadsheet. So yes, you can see that the document will be updated in work drive, and then you'll find the external link over here, like the previous merge that I did. So you can see that there is an external link over here. So whenever I click on it, I'll be able to open the document. Just be opening the folder so that you can get a clear idea of it. Yes. This is how the signed document will be updated into the work drive folder.
All right, Gautam, that looks pretty clear. So even without an HRMS solution, Zoho Writer does make it easier for an HR agent to achieve this. But let's say I have another upcoming challenge for you. So with teams, they might struggle with issuing salary certificates. Maybe in larger organizations, the volume of requests can make this task quite cumbersome. What solution can you suggest to streamline this and prevent delay?
You can use Writer's mail merge functionality to automate this process as well. You can create a workflow in People and then update a field where using the merge and send email API, you'll be able to send the salary certificate to your employees. So let me just quickly walk you through the demo. So here, all you have to do is just create or import a template into Zoho People, and you can configure a workflow so that whenever a specific field in Zoho People is getting updated, you can trigger a merge. And not only a specific field, if you would like, you can also make sure that whenever a record is getting created, you can go ahead and trigger the workflow and various options as well. So you can check out the Zoho People custom workflows that is available in order to choose the best option for you. So further, once the mail merge is triggered, you can run the merge automatically and it will be sent with the salary certificate to the employees. So let me quickly show you how this exactly works in the real life scenarios. So let me just go to the People, and in here I have a form called employee salary. So when I click over here, and I'll just select this record and go to edit. So here, as you can see, I have a field called generate salary certificate. So in order to create a workflow, I just have to go to workflows in Zoho People. Workflows, and I'll select the required form, which is employee salary, and click on generate salary certificate. So in here, I've also configured this as the similar process like previous one. So whenever the field generate salary certificate contains yes, I just need this document to be generated. And in custom function, I've used send, merge and send as an email for the custom function in order to generate the salary certificate and send it via email. So I have mapped in the fields according to my preference, and I've used the subject as salary certificate, and the output format would be PDF, and the recipient email can be got from the employee's email address. So once this process is completed, I'm just mapping the template that needs to be used for this automation. And finally, I'm using the connection which is created using Writer's scopes. So once this process is completed, I can just enable this workflow so that whenever I update the field generate salary certificate, that has to trigger a merge and send an email to the employee. So now I'm just using my email address and I'm going to generate a salary certificate. So now I'll just click on submit. So in the meantime, if I would like to check out the logs, I can go to the salary certificate template. So this is the template that I've configured, and here I've added fields from Zoho People, and which is the employee name, employee salary, etc. And I've configured this template according to my preference. And in merge and send via email, I've used attachments, and this can be set either in UI or in your custom function as well. So based on your own preference, you can select any one of these options. So once this is done, I can go ahead and run the merge if it is in UI. So now, as you can see, as I'm using custom function, the merge is already in progress and it is running. So once the document gets generated, I'll be getting an email with my salary certificate. So as you can see, the document is being sent. So I just have to go to my email and check if I have received any emails. So as you can see, I have received the salary certificate. So I can just go ahead and view it. So this will contain all the details of the employee. So whenever you're selecting it for a bulk, or if you'd like to, if multiple employees are requesting for the salary certificate, you can just simply go ahead and update a field for that particular employee so that it gets generated and they'll be getting a personalized email along with their name and information. So this is how easy it is for the HR team to automate the process and go ahead and send the salary certificates or any certificates to their employees in using this automation process.
That looks quite impressive, Gautam. This will definitely save a lot of time for an HR team. So, Gautam, we have covered onboarding and current employees. But what about when an employee is leaving the organization and needs to fill out an exit form? This process involves multiple interactions. The HR team inputs some information using the existing data, and the employee completes the remaining fields and signs the document. Also, let's say the HR is not a tech savvy person and does not know how to work on custom functions. What solution do you recommend in this case to reduce manual intervention?
Well, that's really a good question, Balaji. So, Writer can simplify this process as well. So, you can just simply set up a merge template with the existing employee data and then allow the employee to fill out the remaining information. So, to achieve this, you need not be an expert in coding. So, you can perform this in just few clicks using the UI in Writer. So, let's also see how this can be achieved. So you can just save the template in Zoho People, and then you can go ahead and initiate mail merge from Zoho People by selecting the record that you require. So you can select either a single record or multiple records based on your preference. So once that is selected, once that is done, you can select the merge document and then send the document for by pre-filling data. So you can send the document by pre-filling the data, and also you can get additional data from your employees. So once the employee submits the data, you'll be able to save the document in the desired location. So let me just show you how it works on live so that you'll be able to easily identify or get to know how this works. So in here, as you can see, this is a template that I've configured. So I've gone to Zoho People, and under settings, customization, under templates, I've added this template into Zoho People. So once that is being added, I have added I've added merge fields into the template. So here you can see that the employee name, date of interview, last day of employment and department, and these informations are being pulled from Zoho People. So this is the data that the HR team has, and they just need additional information. So in order to get additional information, I'm using fillable fields. So these are the fillable fields. So this is a multi-line text field. So you can get the reason from the customer, the employee. And furthermore, I've added various fillable fields into the document. And also for the clearance information, I've used checkbox fields. So if the employee has submitted their keys or ID cards, then the checkbox will be checked. So if you'd like to know how I've configured it, you can just I'll just click on the field settings and let you know that. So I have added a field called submitted field in Zoho People, and the type of the field is checkbox. So whenever the submitted field contains the value, then the checkbox will be updated. If it does not contain any value, then it will be remained as unchecked. So furthermore, I've also added signature fields so that once the employee fills out the information, they'll be able to sign the document as well. So further, to configure this, I have to use the settings called merge and share fillable link. So I'm just clicking on merge and share fillable link and choosing the required folder in Zoho Work Drive. So I'll just go ahead and choose a folder and then click on save. So once this is done, I can also configure the form submit actions. So what are the actions available for the employee who's going to submit the form. So I'm just going to send the document for sign collection once the form is submitted. So I'm just using the email address of the employee, and in the advanced settings, if I require, I can also save the document after signing in a particular area in my work drive. And not only that, if I require, I can also use or execute a custom function to extend the capabilities of the signed document. So that signed document can be pushed to Dropbox, G Drive, or even as a record in Zoho CRM. So these are the various possibilities that can be carried over using custom functions in Writer. So once this setup is done, I'll just go to Zoho People and let you know how I have configured the form. So under onboarding, I have a form called employee exit form. So in here, so I have all the details, the employee's name, last day of employment, the department and job title. Also, I have a checkbox field which contains the information submitted by the user. So here, the employee has submitted the employer submitted his medical insurance coverage information, ID badge, written resignation, etc. So these checkbox fields has to be filled in my merged document. So what I can do is that I can simply select the record. So in order to perform these, as I mentioned earlier, you would not be required to use any custom functions. So this is simply UI level. So you can simply select the checkbox or select the record and then click on mail merge template and select the form that you have uploaded in Zoho People. So in this case, this is employee exit interview form, and I'm going and clicking on merge. So it opens up in Zoho Writer, and now I can go ahead and configure and run merge. So if I have multiple records, I can just simply select multiple records and then click on run merge so that in a single go, I'll be able to generate multiple documents. So I'm choosing work drive, the folder that I require. And once that is done, I'm just clicking on save and run merge. Now my expectation is that what would I expect in the merged document is I just need the employee's name, date of interview, last day of employment, etc. And I just want the employee to be filling out the remaining information and go ahead and sign the document. So let's just wait. So usually merge operation will not take this much of time. So it seems that there is a technical issue in my network, I guess. So due to that, there is a delay in updating the information. Yes. As you can see, I have received the exit fillable document. So now I'll just go ahead and click on the fillable link, and that should be opening up, and I'll be able to check the information that is being pre-filled, which is the employee's name, date of interview, department and job title, etc. Now I can just go ahead and fill out the remaining fields. And once I'm completing this, I can go ahead and click on submit. So after this, it's going to be the similar process that we discussed earlier. The document will be sent for signature, and I'll be receiving a sign email so that I can go ahead and sign the document. And once the document is signed, I'll be able to update the signed document in Zoho Work Drive. And if you're using custom function, you can extend that and update it back in Zoho People as well. So this is how easy it is for users who are not an expert in coding as well. It's simply UI based, and you can easily automate your HR operations.
That's very efficient, Gautam. So it ensures all necessary information is captured without any manual errors. Right. So I guess we can continue. All right, Gautam. So we should let the participants know today about the upcoming features within Zoho Writer.
Yes, definitely, Balaji. So we do have some interesting lineups. So initially, we are working on enhancements in formulas. So as of now, Zoho Writer supports or calculates formulas, which is based on the top to bottom. So if you're trying out a table and if you're trying to provide formula outputs, the formula will be generated only from the top to bottom. So you'll not be able to refer a formula that is below the document in the beginning of the document. So you'll not be able to refer those outputs. So instead, now we are planning to provide circular reference so that once this update is available, you'll be able to refer the formula that is yet to be generated before the document itself. So in the beginning of the document, you'll be able to have the result of the formula that is being generated in the later part of the document. So further, we are also working on an option where you can add certain conditions and select a template from a list of templates and then run merge. So this option will allow you to provide selective criteria, and based on the criteria, you can choose the template that needs to be merged and you can generate documents in bulk. So moving on, we're also working on providing support for track changes and comments in Writer desktop application. So as your users might be aware that we do have track changes and comments in Writer web application, whereas we do not have that in desktop. So we are planning to provide support for that as well. So in the future release, you'll be able to use these features in the desktop application itself.
Thank you, Gautam, for sharing these exciting updates. I'm sure our audience will be thrilled to hear about these announcements and look forward to using that. So that brings us to the end of our session today. I hope everyone found these insights and demonstrations helpful. The ability to automate the document processes can significantly improve efficiency in your HR operations. Gautam, thank you so much for your guidance and demonstrations. So these have been instrumental in helping us navigate the various features of Zoho Writer. Thank you, Gautam, for your outstanding contribution for today's session. We couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you, Balaji. It was really a pleasure to share these insights with all of you. So I hope we are done with the questions today as well. So thank you. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you in our next webinar. Have a great day. Bye-bye.